Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Max. Today we're gonna work the front of the leg. We're gonna do some mobilization of the ankle, and we're gonna start right away with the foot. First we're gonna warm up the foot, and then we're gonna start to mobilize the subtalar joint and the ankle joint. This technique is really helpful for people that have problem maybe when they're running and they develop pain all the way up to the back. So we're gonna do some hip mobilization. This is a classical hip mobilization from Thai massage. He's gonna put the hips in distraction, and then we're gonna move the plantar flex, the ankle, and pushing the hip into the socket. And we are ready for some work into the front of the foot, to the metatarsal, to the extensor of the extensor digitorum longus muscle. So you want to be really precise, and this muscle they are not usually touched, so it can be really painful. And I was feeling that the talus need HVLA manipulation. That's what I just did, and I move to the calf and to the tibial, then anterior tibial, tibialis anterioris, and try to open up a little bit the anterior part where the shin is, where you can develop a shin splint. So try to open up and create some space in between the fiber, and then back to the calves, to the soleo, to the gastrocnemius. This technique comes from Thai massage. I really think Thai massage is it's really good to mix with sport massage and myofascial. This is just my opinion. I move to the other side, I grab all the calf and I move it on the other side. I try to, with my finger, to go press deep into the muscle. And then eventually you're gonna go up and moving to the quadriceps with this myofascial technique. Remember, here it's really close to the bone, so it can be kind of painful. And you want to address all the muscles, so you can even do lines on the vastus, on the recto femoris. It is connected with the hips, and because we have a case of anterior tilt, the recto femoris, for example, can help if release to disrupt that pattern of anterior tilt. And I'm gonna add some active release techniques. So I will ask my client to relax the quad while I'm going all the way up. So we're working in eccentric. So that's the flexion of the quad, while in the same time I move the fascia up in the direction of the hips, of the ASIS. Again, changing my tool, using the fist. You have to be really slow. Slow and deep is the way to go. You go slow. Consider maybe 10-15 seconds to do the entire muscle. When I move to the adductor, I start with the stretch, fast stretch. It can even be called the stretching for the adductor, but it can even be the Faber test to see how much space is allowed into the hips. And now we start releasing the adductor longus, the adductor magnus, big muscle. Lateral magnus is really big if you see compared to the hamstring, for example. It's a very, very big muscle. And then try to open up space, the fascia, and going the same direction of the hips. Again, I found some adhesion, so I try to work that out. So every time I find something, I specifically work that part where there is some pain, some adhesion, try to release. Then I add some movement. This is another Thai technique. I add some movement in the same time working on the fascia. So the other hand is like more or less a support, while the main hand is pushing down. When I add this technique, I try to move all the gracilis, the semitendinosus muscle up, and create space, and moving the fiber in different directions so that they can be hydrated. Again, try to consider all the parts, and then add some more mobilization. Here we mobilize the hip, and now I'm gonna show you a technique that is for the hips, for SI, anterior to posterior. So I will put my hand under the sacrum on the right, and my other hand into the iliac crest, and I'm gonna let the client relax in that position so that slowly the hips go back into the neutral position. And then I add some movement. So while I'm pushing in the control rotation with the inflection with the hips, I'm moving the finger along the sacrum in control rotation. So really great technique to solve the anterior pelvic tilt without any manipulation. Then of course, when you consider the sling, the lateral sling, there is always a problem with the TFL and the glute medius, so I try to release that, and gently I'm moving the TFL with this technique. It's a great technique. I'm doing the adduction and abduction of the leg with the movement. Again, I'm do some manipulation of the hips, like pulling back. I found that it's a different kind of manipulation. It's probably easier with the ankle, but it's not so easy in this position, because you got to really grab all the femur. And again, some distraction, and that was the last technique. And then some squishing back. So all this mobilization of the hips in different direction, try to remove any adhesion, any problem, pushing into the socket, and that's really was the last technique. Thank you very much. If you like my channel, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.